My name is Maria. I'm Norwegian, and I recently moved to a beautiful area of Norway called Telemark. Hello you guys! I just had the most beautiful morning. Oh, and I think I could keep going actually, but I have to go home now. I'm so cold. But it was amazing. If you ever lived in Telemark through the winter, you know that it can be powerful. It is not as extreme as in the north, but the temperatures still drop very low, and that truly makes me grateful for fire, because I can't defeat winter, but with the help of my fireplace I can live in it. Some weeks have passed since my previous video and when we were moving here, and so many things have happened during this time. This has definitely been a January full of surprises. And I think to tell you all about that, I have to start from the beginning. If you saw my last video, you know that we were moving from Bergen to the countryside of Norway with a car. But a snowfall came and made the mountains hard to cross, so we had to wait a few days. But just a few days after I filmed that, we packed the big car and drove. First through the more typical west coast landscape that we were leaving. At that point everything went pretty smoothly. And I was pretty excited to finally be on the road. But luckily we had Bendik's father with us, because when we got to the mountain crossing, things started to get a little bit more difficult. So now we are at the beginning of the mountain. Says Eirik. And we are stuck in a tunnel and waiting to be guided across the worst part of the mountain. Because it's a lot of snow and wind, and we need to try to get safely over. So we hope we will eventually get down from here. Klar deg, Erik. Det är bra. We made it. Luckily, with Bendik's father's help, we made it safely over and finally reached our destination in the evening. We moved into a cozy apartment at this beautiful farm. In our new home! Woo! Back in the day, this apartment used to be a place where farm tourists would sleep over. So I guess it kind of fit our vibe being newcomers to this area. Ta-da! So I put all my foraging equipment up here, all my herbs and everything, and I think they look very nice on this shelf. One of the best things about this place is the view from the windows. We can see both the mountains, a forest and a lot of animals from here. Kanskje gjør det litt lysere. Oi, oi! Den prøvde å fange en mus eller noe. And here we have the living room space. Ta-da! I think our living room turned out pretty well. Now we have a place where we can sit over here. And then we have a beautiful little chair here, which is very close to the fireplace. So you can sit here and be cozy by the fire. And we also put up this table here that we probably will just put out when we have guests to eat, and for now it's a work table. Okay, but now I have to stop filming because we are going for a walk and I think Bendik is getting impatient. Hello! It's getting quite late and it's getting dark outside, but we still have a lot to do, and now we are trying to set up the computer over here where we are editing. And other than that, it's a pretty dark room because of the walls. So we will have to work on the light in here, I think, to get it more cozy.
I've been wondering about you. They said that just one look and I'd get caught too. 'Cause there's something about you, and you know it too. All I do is think about you.
After we finally finished making the whole place our own, it was time for the real challenge of settling into a life here. With this beautiful winter, that should not be a problem. But keep in mind that there are a lot of things happening behind the scenes in these kinds of videos. For example, trying to get to know new people in a new place in a time of social distancing is not very easy. And I have to admit, I felt a little bit like a ghost among the locals in the beginning. Only sitting at home working and walking around in the nearby area. I'm not really complaining about this because I know there are way worse situations to be in during this time, but I also just don't want to be dishonest. It's not all beauty and ice crystals here.
Video for a specific reason, or they're more interested in handing people off to another video to watch on their channel.
And Bendik is out, and he's meeting an artist from this area to talk a little bit about maybe sharing a studio that she has. And it's very exciting. I hope this will go well. And that's good for Bendik, because it will be very nice for him, I think, to have some other artists to meet when he goes to the studio. And one other thing that happened is that one of our jobs got postponed, and it's not really a big problem, but I just got a little bit frustrated since everything is so uncertain now. But then, just a few days after that, Bendik got a big art commission. And I can't really tell you that much about this either, but this is a really big deal, and let's just say that we celebrated. I feel like I have so many things to tell you, but I was interviewed for a radio channel. It's a very cool feminist radio channel that's local to Oslo. It's called Radio Rakel, and the program is Ugress, and it's a super cool program about nature and weeds and stuff like that. And we talked about my interests for foraging, this channel, and my relation to nature in general. Yesterday, actually, I had my first radio interview. Actually, an hour-long interview with a lady called Mari Gjerstad. Yeah, I talked like a crazy person about how inspired I am by plant knowledge and foraging. I felt a little bit awkward afterwards because I was so like hooked on this, and it was like, wow, it's so good, and maybe a little bit too much of that, but the program is about that, so I guess some excitement can't hurt these days. And I think this program will be out now, so if you are Norwegian speaking, then you can check it out. I will link it down below. And thank you so much to everyone who shared a little bit about themselves in the comment section after my last video. I really had so much fun reading it, and I felt so grateful that you wanted to engage a little bit more with me. It really feels very nice to be able to know you guys a little bit more. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will update you again soon. Bye.